Good morning, all of you. So, am I audible, guys? Anyone, please confirm from online. So, we can start in 2 minutes. So, did you all complete Git concepts? Done? Okay. We already spent time on Git 7 days. Not required that much. Anyway, the Git, we are going to do practice for all tools. We are working with Git, right? So, those will repeat and again, the Git commands. If you are working with Kubernetes or Docker, we need to get the files from the Git. At the time we are doing the practice, Git clone, Git pull, Git push. If any challenges, we can see there also. What is this? Pranit? All okay? Testing, huh? I need to decrypt that. Hi, Srivani. Good morning. Can anyone please share the link? But not in group. Please share with me so that I will share with them. Yes, if you are facing any issue to get a link, just contact admin team. We have already shared all the information, right? To whom you need to contact if you are not getting any links. We are very excited to learn Terraform. Huh? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start. Let me share my screen. Okay, Terraform. So prerequisite what, guys? Any cloud. But we learn AWS, right? That's what AWS. Please come. Sir, 2 minutes, huh? Good time, huh? 9:13 is the good time, huh? Okay, we can start 9:13. Anyway. Of course. Yes. I think many of you guys knows the importance of Terraform, right? Anyone knows Terraform here? Online or offline? No one. No one. No answer is not required. Yes answer is required. Online team. Anyone. I think some of you already working, right? So they know little bit. Okay. Any other answers from any 2 minutes done? IAC tool. No. So all are freshers for Terraform, right? Looks like. No idea. I heard from a manager so many times. I know, but never work in actual. Next, any others? Other answers? Okay. I think Sandeep, I'm going to start. Okay. Your time 9:30 and 9:15 game. Okay. So before learn to Terraform, first we need to understand any one cloud. Okay. Manual process. When I say manual, console process. If you are going to create any storage service in Azure, or if you are going to create any storage service in AWS, first we need to understand the required steps. For example, if you are going to create EC2 mission, we know the mandatory steps, right? For example, 7 steps we have to create EC2 mission, 7 or 6. In those steps, the mandatory steps are what? Linux selection of image. Okay, type. These are comes under mandatory steps. If you're not creating any network, although also no problem, the network also by default it is taking, right? Default network, default VPC, default subnet. No need to mention even VPC subnet also if it is a default network. If you require any custom network only, we can go with the custom network before you have to create that one. So like that in Terraform, the approach is everything we can go with the Terraform, the creation of infrastructure. When I say Terraform is a infrastructure creation tool, that's it only. We can use Terraform for to create infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, in AWS, we learn couple of services like IAM, S3, EC2, and Fusion. And coming classes, we are going to learn RDS and Lambda also. These services we are creating by manual process. Just go log in and click some steps and creating a services, right? So we can manage by using Terraform those steps. So you can say that CLI commands, right? By using CLI also we can create a infrastructure, right or not? But CLI will help not in that level. CLI is a direct approach. If you are going to create EC2, we can, but we cannot manage few things in that like Terraform. So Terraform and AWS CloudFormation template both are working same. So AWS CloudFormation template is AWS native service to create an infrastructure by using code. Terraform is a third-party tool, open source tool, create infrastructure by using code. Both are same. So by using Terraform, we can deploy infrastructure AWS, Azure, GCP, and etc. By using AWS CloudFormation template, we cannot create other cloud. This is AWS native service. CloudFormation template is. We can work with only AWS. So in Azure also, Azure resource templates are there. We can use Azure resource templates. Same Google GCP also, GCP resource templates are there. We can use for Google creation of infrastructure. But Terraform is to support all clouds. Okay. So that's what, if you learn Terraform, no need to learn CloudFormation template. Again, no need to learn Azure templates, no need to learn GCP templates. If you have knowledge to create GCP services, just work with Terraform. That's it only. Is this clear? So the okay, the main advantage, if you know Terraform, you know, from this 10 sessions or 11 or 12, I don't know. If you are strong, you can directly go and write exam, attend the exam, Terraform certification. No need to learn any other websites. These 12 classes are fine to clear the Terraform examination. Okay. Why I'm saying that? Everyone should attend Terraform exam. It is very helpful. It is not in that typical. If you are strong in 12-15 days classes, you can easily crack the Terraform certification. Okay. That happened from my last batches. Everyone almost 60-70% already cleared. And one more advantage from Terraform. So guys, now we are here, right? Terraform. It will take 12 days or 10 days, 10 or 12 days to learn. But if you can go in institutes, other what I don't know that 3 days they will complete. Terraform only 3 days they will spend. But here completely different. So if you are strong in 10 or 12 days, you can do with this repository, you can do your regular job activities also. If you are in any company, if you have any doubts, open my GitHub repository. You can check, is there any approach? You will find the approach also. Okay. An interview, yes, you can easily attend, you can easily crack the interview if there is any Terraform requirements, looking for any Terraform requirements. And after Terraform, guys, we are going to learn, please come. We are going to learn Docker. Docker at least 4 or 5 days. And EKS means Kubernetes. It will take again 12 or 15 days for EKS. And before that Jenkins, it will take 7 days. After EKS, I mean, in between we are going to learn JFrog, Sonar Cube. These are small things only. 1 or 2 days is enough to learn. Sorry. Okay. And Python basics, as I said. Okay. So these are a very important flow and sorry, Ansible also. Okay. We are going to learn these many contents in coming classes. So closely, Ansible 7 days, Python 4 days, SonarCube 2 days, JFrog 2 days. And Trivi, these are comes 7, 5, 12, okay, 14, 19, 25, 27, 20, okay, whatever, close to 40 days, 40 working days. If I'm not considering Terraform, so you can consider 2 months. If you're strong this 12 days only, and strong this Jenkins out of 7 days, only 2 days, and plus AWS. Plus AWS. Okay. 12 plus Jenkins 2 days, 14 plus AWS, whatever services we have spent 30 days, right? So 45 or 50 days. If you're strong in this 50 days, you need a job. No need to learn all this. You will get job with the 50 days. The requirements are there at this time. If you know AWS or if you know Azure, if you know GCP, you can add the Terraform into your resume. You will find a job. No need to learn Docker, EKS, JFrog, Python and all. These are further things. If you want to settle AWS DevOps engineer, then you can learn all these things. Clear? So Terraform plus AWS, you can find a role cloud engineer, cloud infra engineer, cloud operation engineer, whatever the role is there, definitely they are expecting from you all cloud experience and Terraform experience and configure with Jenkins. That's it. They will not expect from you EKS, Sonar, Python, Ansible. These are all. If you find a role, cloud DevOps engineer, then you can go this role. Anyway, just focus on 2 months. If you are if you don't have much time to focus on these tools, okay, if you are strong in cloud and Terraform, you can apply first. That's what after complete Terraform, I will share sample resume. I will discuss the tips on to apply, how to apply the roles. Parallelly, we can learn Docker and Kubernetes. Meanwhile, may you will get a chance to get a job, cloud engineer. So if you get a job, cloud engineer, parallelly, we can learn DevOps also, no problem. After, complete your 2 years, 3 years in cloud engineer, you can switch to cloud DevOps engineer. Even in your project also, you will get a chance to learn DevOps. I mean, already parallel, you are taking training here. You can apply your thoughts on that project. So this is the roadmap. Don't wait to complete all those tools. AWS, Terraform is fine to get a job as a cloud engineer. Once again, I'm saying cloud engineer. If there is any JD you find cloud DevOps engineer, if they are looking only Terraform, AWS cloud, you can apply it. If they are not looking Kubernetes, Docker, you can apply this role. Is this clear? And some cases, they're expecting just basics on Docker and Kubernetes and Ansible. You can apply those role also. You will have a time to join in your organization. In that time, we can already we'll complete all these sessions. Is this clear? Okay. Argo CD. Also, we are going to learn Argo CD, Docker, Grafana, Prometheus will come under these sessions. Okay. Is this clear, everyone now? Okay. Maven also here. That's what I have calculated 2 months, right? Okay. So AWS plus Linux is 1 month. These are 2 months. And Git is 7 or 10 days. So 3.5 months, what I discussed before. Anyway, so just come to what is Terraform. So Terraform is an approach to create infrastructure as a code in the form of code. Okay. So no need to go and click EC2 and stop. If you can go this EC2 instance, if you can go this instance, launch instance, all steps we are giving manually, right? So instead of do that, so if you are using Terraform, we can control all resources. We can create all resources. Okay. So Terraform is a IAC tool, infrastructure as a code. Okay. Infrastructure. Knock. Someone looking for link. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Okay. What I did, same thing. I will, I'm going to show you the approach. How I started my career, same way. Okay. Terraform is a IAC infrastructure as a code. I mean, infrastructure as a code means you are creating infrastructure by using code. Don't think so. Code is nothing but it's like Java, Python. It is not like that. It's a very easy code. Very easy code. I will show you everything. Don't worry. Okay, it is a open source tool at this time. Providing by HashiCorp providers. There's someone pinging for link. Okay. Sorry. Spelling mistake. HashiCorp. Okay. Providers. Two persons are waiting in the lobby here. Okay. Sunny and Sheikh. Only host can share link, na? Okay. HashiCorp. Not R. Only HASHI. Anyway. Okay. HashiCorp providers. So guys, the main advantage of Terraform is just we can discuss here one thing. So we have a 3 environments: dev, test, prod, right? Just take an example. Okay. 3 environments. For example, guys, dev, test, prod. Okay. So if you're going with manual approach, for example, if you want to create EC2 instances, how much time it will take? Manual approach. 4 minutes. Are you able to create instance 4 minutes? Are you sure, Madhuri? If I say, guys, to create a EC2 instance means don't think so. Create existing network. You have to create what? VPC, subnets, custom creations, EC2, sorry, security groups, key pairs, everything you have to handle. It is not like only create by using 6 steps. Creating means network also you have to create, right? Create required or not? If you can see 30 to 45 minutes, you guys are saying. So if I say instance, maybe you are talking about only 6, 7. The instance should talk to one more service. You have to create role attached to EC2 instance. So many dependencies are there. Don't think so. Just creation of EC2 means in your project, just create 6 steps, 7 steps are not done. So many dependencies are there. Network should access to some persons only. Network should access to few people only. For that VPC create, subnet create, route tables create, routings. So many things are required. Then EC2 will create. EC2 is the last step after done the network. If I say EC2 means you need to assume the backend network also I need to create. Is it clear? Come into the advanced details. So many things are there here. If the client is looking this advanced details also, you need to add, right? EC2 user data, some productions. If they look, definitely you need to add this one also. So definitely it will take 1 day time for full-fledged. Okay. 1 day, what client is looking for the all environment? 1 day. Two manual process, right? What about test environment? I mean, test environment means different account in AWS, not same account. Okay. To create EC2 instance, how much time it will take here? Hmm? How much time it will take here? I'm not expecting minutes and seconds. Just give some rough. Tell me, guys, how much time it will take? Offline. How much time it will take? Huh? 1 day. 4 to 5 hours. Guys, if you can go test environment, same steps you need to configure, right? Clear or not? If they've already done a test, no need to do? No. Same steps you have to follow. Is there any discount? No. If you are perform here 50 steps in dev environment in your account, your friend also just understand. Dev test means your account in your friend account. If your friend configure 100 steps to create infrastructure and EC2, you in your account also you need to follow same steps, 100 steps, same process. So maybe 1 hour difference will come here. Why? Maybe for here some you have done some exploration for finding the something. After that, no need to go that things here. That exploring and things are here. So less than 1 day, maybe. Okay. What about prod? What about prod? Production environment. Maybe 1 day or less than 1 day. This is very clear. But is it possible in 1 hour? Here, no. At least 1 day and plus or minus 1 hour. Difference. 2 days, huh? Are you calculating this too? Okay. So the production server, the configurations might different. Why? We are giving access to public from here only, not here. This is testing. These two are testing, internal testing. Okay. Now if we can go with the Terraform. Okay. This is for project 1, guys. If one more project you are getting, you got one more project. One more project also, same environments. So definitely any project EC2 is the required one. EC2 is the required one, if any project. Okay. Next, again for project 2. Again from project 2. For project 2, how much time is required for to create EC2 instance? Hmm? How much time it's required to create EC2 instance? Very good. 20 hours or 1 day. Just I'm writing 1 day. So here also, same, less than 1 day. Here also, 1 day. If you are a brilliant, you can update 1 hour also, no problem. See, if you are getting more projects, you have to follow the same steps every time. Clear or not? So if I develop the same thing in Terraform approach, Terraform approach. I mean, you are written a one code to create EC2 mission and backend network. Clear? So in the Terraform approach, same project 1 or project, whatever for project. For the dev environment, any guess how much time it required to create? If you are developed in your way, in your own way, without using existing one, if you are developing your own code to create EC2 instance, Google and everywhere existing scripts are already there. You can just remodify it in 1 minute, 2 minutes, you can do it. That's a different story. If you're developing from the scratch of Terraform code to create a backend infrastructure of network, and your instance has to land in that network only, for that, how much time it will require? So I can say 1 or 2 days. Okay, 1 or 2 days. Definitely, I don't have any coding knowledge. I'm just checking in Google, I'm writing whatever. For first time, for example, after complete your training, if I give you some task to develop one code, maybe it will take 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, or 3 hours. If you work in any organization after 3 years in the Terraform, if I ask the same task to you, you will complete in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, right or not? So I'm taking worst case. 1 or 2 days is the worst case, not best case. Best case means 2 minutes also we can do it by taking existing script, do modifications and do it. For the dev environment, in the Terraform approach, maybe it will take more than 1 day or 2 days. And what about test environment? What about test environment? Time? Any guess? Any guess? Hmm? Any guess from offline? 1 hour? 1 day? 1 to 2 hours max. You know the time? Only 5 minutes for the test environment. Why? I need to change only account ID. Clear or not? Existing script already you have developed for the dev environment. What you need to do? Change your variables. Account to account, which one is going to variable? Account ID, whatever. For that, find out and you can change those variable. Clear or not? So whatever script you have written for the dev environment, same process for test environment also, right? For the test environment, is there another process to create VPC? Is there another process to create EC2 instance? No, same process. But what we need to change? Just name. Clear? Just name. What about production environment? Time? Same, 5 minutes or more than if configurations are different. But no need to spend 1 day, right? Okay. Now the next example, you got one more project. Project 3 or project 4. For this, what happened? Okay. Okay. For project 3, now there is a requirement in other project also create EC2 mission. Definitely EC2 is a mandatory service to create every project, right? How much time it will take for dev? For project 3 by using dev? Terraform? Any guess? Again, 5 minutes or 1 hour. Why? Sir, this time 1 day na in development, dev environment. Why here is 1 hour? You can take backup of the script, right? You can take backup of the script and maintain in your repository. Again, no need to start from your work scratch, right? Okay, this task already I have done. Take one backup copy in my GitHub repository. If any requirement will come, I can modify this script only. Right or not? I can modify this existing script to give this project. Maybe in this project, client is looking for different configurations. Type is different, but template is same, right? Understand or not? Template is same, right? Type is different. Maybe here T3 medium, here M2 large. I need to change only M2 large value only, not for template, right? Template is same, values may different. That you need to check with your customer what type of configurations required. If you get the information from the client, you need to change the values, not template. Is it clear? So only 1 hour. If you ask me this question, only 5 minutes only. Anyway, different project, different configurations, 1 hour. Again, test environment. Again, 5 minutes. Production, 5 minutes. So what we can understand from this? Reusability is more. If you go with Terraform approach, we can reuse the same script. No need to write from the scratch and again and again. Is it clear? One-time job. If you develop a Terraform script, it is a one-time job only. Once you develop, you can use the same script for all projects with the different configurations values. Template is same. Is this clear or not? If you give some task to you to create EC2 mission for today and tomorrow and day after tomorrow, steps are same. Clear or not? Same. Terraform also, if you develop one project, you can take a backup of the template. You can use the template, you can change the values. That's it only. But we learn here to how to write code by our own way. Then we can think for existing script how we can modify. Without knowledge to write our code by your own way, how you can modify the existing scripts? You have to understand each and every syntax, right? Yeah. Clear? Anyone has any doubts in this? Clear? Okay. So the main advantage by using Terraform, can you give some points I will write with this explanation? By using Terraform, what benefits we'll get? Reducing, very good. Reducing time. Next. Next. What? Reusable, very good. Next. Any other points? Very good. Automation. Why automation is support for this? See, your script is ready. Just trigger the script. We can automate the infrastructure, right? Is it possible for manual approaches automation? No, manual means manual. Steps you have to define everything in the manual. But automation means you are writing all scripts in one place. I mean, all steps in one place. That is called one file. Like if you trigger that file, infrastructure is going to create. Is this clear or not? So automation possibilities are more. Next. Flexible means, okay, I can write flexible also. Quality, very good. Quality. Less human, very good. Sharma. This is also correct. Next. Why less human errors? Probability is more here, less here. See guys, if you do manually, you don't know where you did mistake. You have to check each and every step, right? But Terraform is we can see all the steps. If you can see the script, we can easily find out where you did a mistake. We can less the human errors. Yes. If you are doing any error, the script will not execute, right? So that we can easily identify if there is an error. Okay. Very good point. See, I will give notes. Don't worry. I'll just writing here roughly. It will simplify user task and it will automate various infrastructure tasks. This is clear. Next. Any points from online? Efficiency. Okay. Any point? Heart of the DevOps like that? Efficiency. Next. Heart of the DevOps. Sorry. Heart of the DevOps. Next, heart of the DevOps. No, less infra required. It is not like that. Infra should be same, less time maybe. Script reusability. Okay. Very good, guys. You guys are saying very good points. Next. Yes, Sharma. Easy to modify. Already we have written no. Okay, good point. Any other points? So you covered all the points. You covered all the points. Reduce duplicacy. Next. Monitor infrastructure. Also correct. See, so many points. If someone may ask you what is advantage of Terraform, I think you will spend 5 minutes time with them, right? A Terraform. We can run anytime. Okay. So we can run anytime, guys. There is no conditions. We have to run only mornings like that. Very good. We can scale the instances. We can scale the infrastructure. Okay. Instead of instance, we can scale the infrastructure. Scale the infra. So very important point is it will support to any cloud. This is very important point. So no need to stick on AWS. If you are good in Azure, you can advantage of Terraform again. Multi-cloud. Yes. Support multi-cloud. Okay. Okay, fine. We have so much of time. Clear? These are the advantages of Terraform. So guys, it supports multi-tier application. Anyway, so guys, these are the advantages by using Terraform. Okay. So Terraform developed by HashiCorp, HASHICORP. Okay. Developed by HashiCorp. So we have Terraform working the backend here. Terraform designed by Go language. Okay. So whoever developed HashiCorp, they have used Go language to develop the Terraform. But very important is Terraform will support we can write our code in two languages. One is JSON and two is HCL. What is HCL? Not Hindustan Corporation Limited. Okay. HashiCorp language. NaCl means you guys are saying sodium chloride, right? That's what. Hindustan. Hey, sorry. I'm writing Hindustan. HashiCorp language. Okay. It's a very simple language. HCL language is a very simple language. We can easily write the code. Can we use same script for AWS and Azure? Yes, is this right? How you can use same script for AWS and Azure? Is it possible? But The process is same, approach is same, but you need to define your Azure's resource name. We are giving AWS resource name EC2, but Azure is not EC2. Azure is VM, Azure VM. In GCP, compute engine. The names will different, right? But the process is the backend, how the server is running, the server required steps, whatever is there, all are same. Even Azure VM, will it work without hard disk? No, right? And GCP, will it work without OS? No, these steps are common, but approach is different. That's it. So if you are okay in AWS, at least whatever services we are going to discuss here, 4 or 5 or 6, and you can just, if you have a time, go to Azure also to learn. It will take only days, not months. If you're strong 7 services in AWS, to learn those 7 services in Azure, it will take only week. To learn GCP, it will take only 3 days. Clear? Yeah. But names are different. That's it only. The process and all UI may different. To understand that UI, it will take some time. Is this clear, guys? Okay. So this is a Terraform, history. So it will support 2 languages, SQL, JSON. And main important thing is here, the Terraform. Let me write. Okay. So if I'm saying we have to write our code to deploy our infrastructure, right? All infrastructure, deploy application, we are not using Terraform. Leave it. So we are using infrastructure to deploy infrastructure by using Terraform, right? So this Terraform, if I'm writing some code, means we need some file, right? We're writing some file, right? Inside file. If you're writing some code in Python, we need a python.py. Okay. If you're writing Word, dot whatever extension. If you're writing Excel, dot .exl. These are extensions to support their terminology, right? Same in Terraform. If you're writing any code, that file extension should be .tf. Any file. If you are writing any code, for example, if you are saving this, if you are save this file with different name without .tf, it will not understand it is a Terraform file. Is this clear? So in Terraform, all files should be .tf. Okay. Okay. What is, if I say files, what type of files we have? Okay, we are at different files. We are a different files. What are those files? We can discuss now. The first file is provider.tf. The first file is provider.tf. Okay. After discuss the files, we can discuss installation process and all. Okay. So, and next file is main.tf. You can give any names, no problem. But these are universal names. If you want to change, you can change it. Variables.tf, third one is. And the fourth one is output.tf. These are the main TF files. And last one is terraform.tf vars. We can discuss later for this. If you can see, all extensions should be .tfs. Is this clear? Okay. So now I'm saying this is your local laptop. This is your local laptop. Okay. You have installed Terraform. Install Terraform into your local. Is this clear, guys? So whatever, if you're writing any code here, the request will go to first. For example, you are going to create EC2 instance. Your request will go to where? AWS environment, right or not? AWS environment. Hey, AWS environment, it will go whatever infra you have mentioned in that, the infra is going to create. Clear or not? So in your local laptop, Terraform is going to talk to remote AWS. For that, what are the prerequisites required? Hmm? What? Very good. IP address. Guys, I'm going to create infrastructure in AWS. My Terraform is there in my local laptop. Local laptop. How to create infrastructure in the remote? How to access first? Very good. Access keys, secret keys. The same CLI, we have done same approach, right? Command prompt. From the command prompt, we have configure our keys. Then you are able to create infrastructure if it is EC2 or S3 in the CLI approach. In the Terraform approach also, which access is required? Console or programmatical? Programmatical, right? CLI also will support programmatical access. If you remember or not, in the programmatical access class, I have given example Terraform also. If you remember or not. So your laptop is going to create AWS environment means first your laptop has to connect your remote environment, right? For that, we have to configure what? Keys. AWS configure. But you are already configured, right? For the CLI, no need to configure again. It will take those details, help to create infrastructure. But here the thing is, this access key, secret keys comes from where? Where? Access keys, secret keys comes from where? Hmm? Yes, AWS only comes from where? Which service? IAM. Clear? IAM. Okay. Now the access and all depends on your permissions. Clear? For example, you have created one user. Enable programmatic access. You have configured in your local laptop that user credentials, access key, secret key. Now that user is going to create EC2 instance and S3 or not? Depends on what? Depends on what? Permissions. If your root while creating IAM, if the root is added EC2 and S3 permissions for that IAM user and root is enabled IAM programmatic access for that IAM user, you have configured here. So now your laptop configured your user able to create infrastructure whatever permission given by root. If root is not given EC2 permission, your Terraform is able to create EC2? No. Why? Your Terraform working user access, whatever you have configured. Clear? So in that case, you can do two things. Create IAM user, enable programmatic access, give permissions for that user. You can configure into your command prompt, AWS configure. Those keys are stored in where? Which path? Which path access key secret keys are going to store? Which path, guys? Huh? Which path access key secret key is going to store? Guess? Access key secret key PEM file both are same. Huh? Both are same now. cd.sh. SSH contains what? Your instance PEM file keys. After create that. In our case, there is no instance, right? You have to create instance. Where keys are going to configure in your local? Which path? No, only even no one answer. Whenever you configure AWS configure, one directory will create. What is that? Hmm? What is that configure? Like .ssh, one more directory is going to create. What was that? Very good. .aws. If you configure your access key secret key, it is going to store in your users, in your Windows user .aws, it is going to store. I will show you my AWS configure case. Users, if you can go .aws, config credentials are there, right? In the credentials, access key secret key is there. What about config? Config contains what? Your region details. Clear? I know you guys are forget, huh? Full focus on Git. Anyway, clear now? See your local VS code. I mean, we can write everything in the VS code. I will show you. Don't worry. Visual Studio. Sorry. Okay. In your Visual Studio tool, you can configure AWS configure, or you can configure command prompt also. In the CMD, you can go on. You can go and give which command? AWS configure. It will ask access key, secret key, and region details. You can give means whenever you can run the Terraform, it will take the details from here. I mean, here means .aws. Is this clear? No need to specify region, access key, secret key in the body, in the script itself. That is not at all recommended. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. So whenever AWS configure, if you are done means first one-time job only. No need to configure every time. Access key, secret key stored. So this access key, secret key we can create from two ways. One is we can create user. Root will provide access key, secret key for programmatical access for user. Whatever permissions are having user, that user, if you configure in the local, is able to create the resources. Is this clear? Instead of doing this all activities, this is your root account. Already we have discussed, right? Come to root account, security credentials. You can generate access key, secret key for root. If you configure these keys, no need to give any permissions, right? By default, admin access, you can create any service by using Terraform. Is this clear? So how to generate keys here? Create access key. My end already I have generated two keys. You can use this one or this one. Third one, until delete any one, only you can create third one. Is this clear? So how to create? First, we need to deactivate anyone and delete and create access key, secret key. Take this access key, secret key, we can configure into your command prompt or VS Code wherever. Those keys are going to store into your .aws. By default, it will take from here. Is this clear? Prerequisite. Any doubts? Without configure, your Terraform will not communicate why your Terraform code is there in your local laptop. Is this clear? Like CLI. Okay. Now, this is, everything is okay. Now, we required one more process here that is very important. This is Terraform registry. See guys, as we discuss Terraform registry, I mean Terraform will support all type of clouds, right? What are that? AWS, Azure, GCP. Is this clear? So first, your code should talk to Terraform registry. Hey, I'm going to create AWS infrastructure. Related AWS infrastructure dependencies, please give it to me. Whenever AWS dependencies receives from Terraform registry, hey, these are AWS dependencies. Then you can run this code. You are able to talk to AWS provider. Clear? If you are creating Azure infrastructure, you can take Azure dependencies into your local. It will create Azure. Clear? So where should I mention to in our code? Hey, you just create only AWS, not Azure. That is comes under provider block. Inside provider block, we have to mention my provider is AWS. So your Terraform code will talk to only AWS provider, not Azure provider. Clear? Even though we don't have access to create Azure, just I'm saying. Clear till here? So provider means we have to add provider details. That's it only. In provider.tf file, need to add provider details. Is this clear? Need to add provider details. Okay. Okay. Now you are saying your Terraform has to create infrastructure in AWS. For that, we are fine. First, I have configured keys. I'm able to communicate my AWS. To Terraform to create AWS infrastructure, AWS dependency is required. For that, I'm taking by using provider.tf. Okay. Now you are able to take providers plugins, AWS providers plugins from Terraform registry. You can communicate to AWS by using your keys access. These two steps are clear. These are very mandatory steps. Now you are going to create which service in AWS. For example, EC2 or S3 or whatever. Now I'm going to create EC2 means EC2 related details I need to mention in one file, right? Hey, this is my EC2 instance. This is my VPC. This is my instance type. This is my key pair. This is my subnet. You have to mention some file, right? Terraform is infrastructure as a code means by using code, we're creating infrastructure, right? In CLI, AWS CLI, we have defined all attributes, right? Instance type, subnet ID, create instance, subnet ID, AMI ID, everything we have mentioned in the same command, right? Then only you are able to create EC2 instance. So here also I need to define, right? Which AMI, which instance type, which network. I need to define, right? So everything we can write in our main.tf. Main.tf means what? All resource details. Resource details means what here? Guys, all resource details means what? For example, EC2. Example EC2 means resource details means what points will come? What points will come here? Resource details. You are going to create EC2 instance. The resource details, EC2 details means what? Huh? AMI ID, OS means image ID, instance type, key pair, not S3. Not S3. Only EC2. VPC, subnet, these are all comes under your EC2 resources. That resource details we need to define in main.tf. Is this clear? Okay. Now, variable.tf. What is that variable.tf? What is variable? What is variable? Just general term. Variable means what? To store value now. I'm asking variable, the term. What is the meaning of variable? Yeah, that keep changing. Very good. That keep changing. Clear or not? That keep changing. Declare and store values, whatever. Why declare and store values? Those are changing. Clear? Those are changing. So you tell me, guys, if I'm talking about instance, what are the values will change in future? Coming to instance steps, maybe very good, Ramesh. Instance type may change, right? For example, T2 micro is not sufficient to you. You can increase your instance type. Clear or not? It is a variable, right? Key name is variable. Key name is why variable. Key name is fixed, right? If you want to variable it, that is not dependency of system. It is your dependency. Because of keeper, system will not change. But because of T2 micro, system will change. That's what we can increase. Or very good. Maybe availability zones also comes under variable. At this time 1A, next 1B, 1C. Versions network. So we know so many variables in the EC2 instance, right? So instead of hard coding the values in the main.tf, getting main.tf, we can call all steps. This is my T2 micro. Instance type equal to T2 micro. AMI ID equal to this is my AMI ID. Instead of hard coding the values inside your main.tf, you can pass the values from variable.tf. Is this clear? Passing the values to main.tf resources. Example, instance type. I mean, okay. Okay. If I open my main.tf, for example, main.tf contains what? All resource details, right? If I open my main.tf, can I see my instance type? What is it is? What it is? Can I see my instance type? What it is? If I declare in my variable, no. Values I will pass in my variables. I will call this variable into my main.tf. If you can see the main.tf script, we're unable to find out what is the value of your instance type. You have to come and check in variables. Is this clear? Anyway, this time may be little difficult to understand. If you do one lab, you will get 100% clarity. 200% clarity will get it. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Next, what is output.tf? Output. If you run your EC2 instance, okay, if you run your EC2 instance, I need some output from the EC2 instance. Tell me any example of best output for EC2 instance. I need this output. I need this parameter for this instance. Tell me any output, sample output. Come on, guys. .html file. What is that? .html file is will create anything. Very good. Instance ID is output, right? One instance ID will generate, right? And next. Very good. IP. Public IP will create, right? So what is the use of public IP? To connect your EC2 instance. To connect your EC2 instance, right? For example, if I give, hey, output.tf, can you please print to my output of my EC2 instance? I mean, what type of output is a public IP? If I mention the public IP output I need in my output block, it will print your public IP immediately before creating instance, after creating instance. Before creating instance, any IP will generate? No. After creating instance, IP will generate. Now, no need to go and log in your AWS console to take your public IP. You can directly take that IP. You can connect your instance. Is this clear? So why IP required? IP only variable here. Clear or not? IP and keeper already you are there in your local laptop. Clear or not? Keeper, if you are using existing keeper already there in your local. IP is there. Protocol is common for everyone. You can connect your instance, right? Instance ID is required to connect? No, public IP is required. So very important output.tf is public IP. Clear? Like that, if you need an AMI ID, you can print your AMI ID. If you want to print your tag, you can print your tag. Whatever you can print by using output.tf. Is this clear? But if you are before printing output.tf, you need to think, is this really required or not? AMI ID is not required. But required is maybe in future, any developer is asked to give your public IP to connect means this Terraform output block will help us to take the IP and give to them instead of login. For example, this script I will share to Terraform. Sorry, this script I will share to developer. Hey developer, you run this Terraform script, automatically instance will create, you will get IP. From the IP you can connect, you start your work. It is easy, right? Otherwise, after creating EC2 instance, these are my credentials. You can log in inside, check the EC2 instance, take the IP, connect your server, you can do your work. Is this correct? No. You should not pass your credentials to them. Just give Terraform script. If he will run, he is able to see public IP. He will connect. Clear? Different scenarios anyway. Okay. Terraform.tfrs, just keep pending this one. We can discuss later. After lab, you will get it. Otherwise, may you confuse now. So in output.tf, we can print output values. Is this clear, everyone? Example, IP, public IP. So these are the main files in Terraform: provider.tf, main.tf, variable.tf, output.tf. If you can go and check any Terraform existing codes, you are able to see these files in Google also. So these names, not at all mandatory, you can change your names, but these are the global names, global code. You can change. For example, your resource is easy to write. You can write ec2.tf also, it will work, no problem. Okay, how the steps will start. If you are going to create EC2 instance, how the process will start? First, we need to run some commands. That commands will help you to create infrastructure. Okay, what are those commands? Only 3 commands. Terraform, majorly we are working with only 3 commands. It is not like a Git 100 commands, 50 commands. Okay, only 3 commands. First one is Terraform init. So this command will help to initialize all provider plugins into your working directory. So initialize all providers plugin into your working directory, right? Terraform init will work here to here or here to here. I mean, if I run Terraform init, getting all provider plugins details. Getting from where? We'll get from where? Terraform registry. Very good. We'll get from Terraform registry. Whenever you will give Terraform init, the process will start from here first. Clear? This is called what? Terraform init. Clear? For example, this Terraform init will fetch from which file? We have 4 files, right? It will configure to which file? Provider.tf. In your provider.tf, if you put AWS, Terraform init will trigger to provider.tf immediately. Provider.tf inside we have mentioned AWS, right? It will go to AWS plugins. It will install to your Terraform local. Working directory means what? Your working directory, where you are working. Is this clear? So Terraform init trigger to provider.tf. It is trigger to Terraform registry. and it will give back to provider plugins into working directory where you are working to create this infrastructure. Is this clear, this flow? No console. Clear? This is Terraform registry. It will go there and talk this AWS and it will so this is Terraform registry, guys. Terraform registry, terraform.io. Use providers. So this is the providers details if you can give. Okay. If you can see, I'm in AWS plugins. Okay. If you can see, this is HashiCorp multiple providers. If I give AWS, the request will come here. If I give Azure, the request will come here. If I give GCP, the request will come here. Is this clear, everyone? So this is terraform.io. We are going to learn everything from this document only. Practice and all 10 days we can with this document only. Okay, registry.terraform.io. Copy. Official registry. Okay. So whenever init is giving, the init is check to your provider.tf. It will go to initialize your plugins from your registry. Understand the concept, guys. Don't by heart. Okay. Provider data contains only AWS information. That's what it will fetch from AWS plugins from the Terraform registry. Is this clear? Any doubts? I have a small doubt here. To run Terraform init, AWS configure required or not? Keys required or not? Think it. To run Terraform init, AWS keys programmatical access required or not? If I ask this interview question to seniors also, they will say yes. They will say yes. See, my request will go to where? AWS? No, Terraform. To go my request to Terraform keys is not required, right? Yes, that's it. Okay. Now the required plugins are added into my working directory, right? Okay. Now main.tf is there to create some resource in your AWS environment. For that, we are going to give the command call terraform apply. If I give terraform apply, guys, terraform apply will work after terraform init. Why? Shall I run directly terraform apply without init? What will happen? There is no plugins, AWS plugins, terraform plugins. Create. There is no terraform plugins, not AWS plugins, terraform AWS plugins. Getting? Why? This code has to work terraform the backend. Terraform AWS related plugins will store into your working directory. Now your plugins are ready. If your script is ready, your code is ready. If you apply means the request will go to where? Okay, Terraform apply means create resource. Just very small definition. Create resource as per main.tf code. Is this clear? Whenever you give apply only, the infrastructure is going to create in your remote. Until and that, the infrastructure script is there in your local only. Okay. Okay, if I give Terraform apply, the request will go from where to where? Where to where? The request will go where to where? Where to where? Terraform to AWS. Terraform where it is? In your local, in your working directory. Can I say yes, local to AWS? Very good. Working directory. So this is my local laptop, right? The register already stored here, plugin stored here. Now if I give apply, main.tf is going to create in your AWS environment. Is this clear? Terraform apply. So whatever main.tf is there, it is going to apply now. Main.tf is there to create your EC2 instance. Whenever you are giving, you will give apply command, it is going to create instance in your AWS environment. Now you tell me, for that keys required or not? To run Terraform apply, AWS configure required or not? Required. Clear? Yes. This is the main definition how the system will work in the backend. We need to understand this backend. Blindly don't go. So my keys are not there. My keys are there. My keys are there. I have created my keys on Monday. Same keys will work Tuesday. Leave it. Your keys are there or not. Go and check where .aws. Your keys and region. Yes, there. Start your Terraform work. If it is not there, go to create your AWS configure. What is the prerequisite for to create AWS configure? Anyone? Anyone? When AWS configure will work into your local? AWS? Huh? I'm not. What is the prerequisite for AWS configure? Very good. AWS CLI. These are interlink, guys. These are interlink. AWS configure command will work means first AWS dependency you have to install. That is AWS CLI. Clear? Yes. Yes, you already installed. You already installed AWS CLI. You have already configured AWS config. That's what I have discussed in IAM. These are prerequisites. These are prerequisites. Clear? So what you need to do from tomorrow? You need to refresh up your skills on your AWS. Sir, creation of EC2 instance, sir. Why keeper is required? Sir, why AMI required? If anyone will ask, na, straight away I will remove from this room for that class. Okay? This is not easy tool. It's a very, very important tool, very powerful tool. This tool will give you job. That's what. I'm going to spend 12 days, not required. 3 days I will show this is Terraform, guys. This is creation of instance, guys. I will complete in 3 days. I don't have any challenges. Why I need to spend? If you can go and check Naresh IT, the course content duration only 2 months, right? The official mail, if you can go and check. No need to spend 4 months for me. If you can go to your previous, whatever completed recently, no need to spend day 1 to day 12 on projects. These are very important. This is notes, just high level notes. If you can go inside, you will get advanced notes also. Few things, full notes, Terraform full notes A to Z. See, this is, I have prepared. How many lines? 1,000 lines. Okay. Per day, 100 lines. Target is. Nothing is there. Very easy this is. But this is your document, guys. Terraform document in your future. So what is Terraform, benefits, what we discuss, and basics, provider.tm, what is main.tf, variable.tf. Already we have done till here, right? That's anyway. Don't follow existing, okay, GitHub link. I'm going to create for you different. Maybe my approach may different here to here. If you can go and previous batch, very super seniors, their end is different. Their end is different. Your and your present whatever batch recently done, that may different. Your end may different. See, that's what I'm saying, right? Don't depends on existing infrastructure. I mean, existing GitHub. Otherwise, I will follow this one simply. Instead of creating, why I need to create? So based on your response, I will change my action of teaching and everything. Okay. Okay. That's all for Terraform. So whoever missed today class, it's very difficult to understand what is registry, what is configure, prerequisite and all. Let me install Terraform and VS Code. Just 2 minutes, guys. I will finish it. So first, we need to work Terraform and all and everything in the Windows laptop, VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Why? If you can see day okay, if you can go day 3 custom network and something. If you want to do some modifications, we can easily do modification here. But real time, we are running these scripts in EC2 instance. Is this clear? Cloud instances. Cloud instances, inside cloud instance, if you want to write these scripts, how difficult it is? VA editor. It is not friendly, right? That's what development and everything in real time also we are doing here only. Not EC2 instance, not Linux directly. If you go any company, we are developing scripts here. Once finalize the scripts, how to upload into EC2 instance? This code and all and are done. I need to push it into GitHub. And again, I need to git clone into your EC2 instance. Don't copy paste all script and VA editor, please. Definitely you will remove some curl brace. It will not work. That's what I spent time on Git 7 days. If anyone copy paste like this way, I can easily understand what you are going to forget in that. Okay. Don't work in my GitHub. Create your GitHub separately. If you come here, many of the students, I observed clearly, come here, same copy, provider copy, go there in your VS Code, paste it. Don't do that. Clone my repository, work your end, push it into your GitHub again. Your changes, what you have implemented. See, my case, I have written just Terraform, required providers. In your case, you can write to understand. This is provider block. You can write like that for understanding. This is provider block, which download plugins. Like that you can write for your understanding. Download plugins from remote to working directory. In your case, and maintain your repository into your GitHub also. Don't stick on my GitHub. Clear? For example, day 1 done. You can clone day 1 from my end, no problem. But again, push it into your repository. Local, it will miss. Definitely, you will delete in future by mistakenly. That day after 4 and 5 months, sir, I'm your students. I'm your student 9 AM batch, sir. Sir, your Git is not working, sir. You just maintain your GitHub repository separately. Maybe I will remove. I don't know. Okay. Clear? Everything is connected. Huh? Okay. Yes, are you clear? Offline? Okay. I need just 10% understanding from this class. Remaining we can look on into the lab. Okay. Shall I show now installation process or tomorrow? Sir, can we end for today? Need to support to release in next 2 hours. Okay, you have a work, huh? Okay, you can go. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I will end class 10:25 from tomorrow. Okay, guys, bye. If any concerns, I will complete in 10:15 also. I will discuss Shravan. Don't worry. Bye.